Well, well, well. Cowboy fans, don't lose heart. Don't worry about what transpired today. We're not worried about the Carolina Panthers. And I still say the Cowboys are going to finish ahead of the Carolina Panthers. Don't worry about the 49ers. We're going to see how that all shakes up by the end of the season. But the reality is, Cowboy fans, the Dallas Cowboys truly control their own destiny. If the Cowboys beat the Detroit Lions, and they can take care of business because they will be better than every team they will face from that point forward, and I think they're better than the Lions. If the Cowboys do what they're supposed to do, 11-5-1, book it. It will win the division, or at the least, it will qualify for a wild card. Don't worry about all the help. Don't worry about what happened today. Only worry about what happens to the Cowboys every single game day. Because as long as they take care of business, you watch what I tell you. They're going to the playoffs. Either the divisional win or the wild card. And Tony Romo was asked about the Dallas Cowboys after the Kansas City Chiefs win. And I think every Cowboy fan, if you don't believe me, every Cowboys fan needs to hear what Tony Romo said about the Dallas Cowboys making the playoffs. Let's talk, Cowboys. We're about to talk facts. Welcome, Cowboy fans and Cowboy haters alike. I'm the G, and I'm the host of Let's Talk Cowboys, where we talk facts. And if you like this video, don't forget at the end to please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know the next time we post another video or go live. If you haven't become a channel member subscriber yet, please do. We have a lot more things coming up this season. Now let's talk facts. Cowboy fans, let's look at this real quick. I know some of you might be worried because some things didn't go the way the Cowboys may have wanted them to, or the way you think we needed them to go. But at this point, we're not really worried about the Panthers. Even though this has them at number 10, I'm not sure why. They have more wins than the Cowboys, but they also have more losses. I'm not really sure why that is like that. But nevertheless, the Cowboys will be at this number 9 or either number 10 spot for now. But the key will be this game right here. The Detroit Lions. We're not worried about the 49ers, and we're not worried about the Panthers. And once we beat the Lions, we won't be worried about the Lions. That is going to move the Cowboys into the number 8 spot. And I'm telling you, this team right here, we better be watching them, the Philadelphia Eagles. They are looking like they are on a downward spiral. They are on a downward spiral. They have 2 games that's going to put them in jeopardy, and I think they're going to lose both of them. I think they're going to lose to the Chargers. I also think they're going to lose to the Buffalo Bills. And who's to say they may not even lose one of those? They may just only lose to one of those. But Washington Commanders division game, better be careful. The Philadelphia Eagles are in the danger zone because, as I told my wife, what Philadelphia is going through, they can't fix in a week. What Philadelphia is going through, they can't fix in a week. The Raiders game is going to help them. But I'm telling you, going forward, the Eagles are going to have issues. And so in the grand scheme of things, all the Cowboys have to do is beat the Detroit Lions on Thursday. And from that point forward, the Cowboys should wreck shop. But I want you to hear what Tony Romo has to say. Tony Romo is kind of thinking maybe the same way. Check this out.
And say hello to a man who knows the moment well. CBS Sports lead NFL analyst Tony Romo. It's a family affair always as we offer pleasantries back and forth here. But what a football game, man. I mean, we're looking at this one on the schedule. The day it comes out, we have it circled in red and it's circled in blue to end it here. What do you take away from this performance by Dallas specifically, and what does it mean to deliver to that home crowd on this day, as you did many times before?
It was just a huge performance. I think we've always been like, all right, let's see what they do in the incredible, tough situation. You're going against a team who's played in so many Super Bowls, never not made the AFC Championship under Mahomes, and you came out with your season on the line. Truly, Dallas, the season was on the line. I think if another loss, they're probably going to be out. And they won. And they controlled the football game in a lot of ways, which is actually gives you a little bit more hope, because now you're like, okay, we just did that to the Eagles, who are number 1 in the NFC. We know this team's always playing in the AFC title game. We got the Lions next week at Detroit. If they win that game, they will be favored in every game the rest of the year. They can go on a run, and if they get in the playoffs, this is a very, very dangerous Dallas Cowboys team.
I mean, you take them one at a time, but two big.
Tony Romo is of the same sentiment. It is not rocket science. This Detroit Lions game, when you look at our road to the playoffs, as we've updated it, when you look at the road to the playoffs, the Cowboys are 6-5-1, the Lions are 7-5. The Cowboys win that game, they're going to 7-5-1. And I told y'all about this tie for the Cowboys. Nobody can tie with the same amount of wins that the Cowboys have, because if they do, the Cowboys are going to win the tiebreaker with that tie. Of course, the 49ers will update that going forward. They are 9-4. But again, I know no one thinks the 49ers are going to finish 13-4. It is not going to happen. But I do think it is more likely that the Cowboys win out, because while other teams' schedule are getting harder, the Cowboys' schedule is getting easy. The key will be this Detroit Lions game. When the Cowboys beat the Lions will have the Rams and the Bears on the road. Those are going to be two tough games, but I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you about the Rams. They got beat today by the Carolina Panthers, which I don't understand. It's crazy to me, but nevertheless, the Cowboys beat the Lions. They're not worried about the Lions, because all they have to do is win out, and they will get them also in the tiebreaker, because I believe the Lions will, of course, lose another game even after the Cowboys. We're not worried about the Bears. We're not worried about the Panthers or the Vikings. The 49ers, when you look at who they have left, the Titans, the Colts, the Bears, and the Seahawks. We'll see what happens in their future, but I'm kind of predicting 11-6 for the 49ers. They could fool us with 12-5, but I think they're going to be probably 11-6. But in the grand scheme of things, I don't think the Cowboys are so much worried anymore about the wild card, even though I think if they win out, they're going to the wild card. I think the key is beating the Lions. Beating the Lions and the Cowboys winning out for the rest of the season, because at that point, the Eagles have 2 tough games left on their schedule, and you could say 3 because the Commanders are a divisional opponent. But the Chargers and the Bills, I think the Bills are going to flat out beat them. The Chargers, I got it as a danger game for them, because they're spiraling so bad, and now they got to go to Los Angeles. They're spiraling so bad, the Chargers may very well take them out. And by the way, the Commanders, some of the flashes we've seen from them tonight, the Eagles and the Cowboys better be careful when they see them the second time over there in Washington, because I hadn't seen the rest of the score. It was in the third quarter, I think, when I left out. But the Commanders are giving the Denver Broncos a pretty good fight. But again, I'm telling this Cowboys fans, don't let nobody tell you the Cowboys are not going to the playoffs. This is going to be a race to the finish. And I'm telling you, book it. 11-5-1 will get the Cowboys in the playoffs. They're either going to win the division or they're going in a wild card. Man, I'm telling you, it would be a crazy tough scenario where a team that finishes 11-5-1 don't get into the dance or get into the playoffs. The Cowboys will get into the playoffs. Y'all watch what I tell you. Enjoy this season, one game at a time. And our focus this coming up this Thursday will be the Detroit Lions. And I'm telling you this, when the Cowboys beat the Lions, Cowboys Nation and the NFL are going to explode. Y'all tell me what you think. Did the day affect you? Did you lose heart? Or are you still focused and know the Cowboys have a great chance of winning the division now that the Eagles lost to the Bears? Y'all tell me what you think in the comments. like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Until the next time, TC4L, God bless. Let's talk Cowboys, where we talk facts. Peace.